Did that pick that up? Did you?
It's possible.
Possible. It was like something. Hello, and welcome to the premiere of the How Are You Doing podcast. I am your host, Tanner Bays, and alongside me is my glorious co-host, Zach Young. And Zach, I just have one question for you this week. How are you doing?
I'm elated. I am so happy to be doing yet another reboot
I love a good reboot.
Of Zach and Tanner Brings Their Nonsense to the internet.
I'm so excited. There are too many Tinder women that know I used to have a podcast. I am living on my high school tapes of my podcast. And I'm so happy to have a new era of podcasting in my life. And I'm more than happy that it's with you.
That's what I'm talking about. So let's just jump right in.
Hell yeah. You know what I was thinking about the other day? I saw a clip. I don't remember if it was a podcast or just dude bullshitting, which is effectively just a podcast. But it was a question. It was, what is the perfect combination of taking a video game and putting a license on top of it? Taking like Just Cause and then just putting Batman on top of it or something like that. And then I came up with the correct answer. Then I haven't seen anybody else say. I'm Legendary, the company.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I want to make a video game.
Yeah.
You're going to book a flight. You're going to go to Japan. You're going to pull up to the Capcom headquarters. You're going to be like, hey, let's talk. You walk in and say, I want you to make us a game. Here's all the money you want. Here's our license. Here's all our things. Just do this for me, please. And you go to the Monster Hunter team. And then you beg the Monster Hunter devs, make me a Godzilla game.
Oh my god.
Where we hunt kaiju. Done. Change it from you being a monster hunter, put everybody in mechs. Who gives a shit? You can still make the kaiju huge, and that game would sell a gajillion copies. Hunting Godzilla, Anguirus, Mothra, King Ghidorah, any... And that's the point, if you're Legendary, it's the reason why I didn't say Toho, because Toho would just be all their classic monsters. You go to Legendary, they can make their own monsters. They've been doing it.
Yeah.
Half of the Legendary Godzilla Monsterverse isn't Toho monsters.
Yeah.
You can just do that. That game would bang.
Yeah.
That game would go crazy. I say that because I've been playing a bunch of Monster Hunter Fries.
Yeah. That
That game is so fun. I played it by myself, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is a cool game. It doesn't really keep my interest. I got my 3 other boys into it. That might be the most fun I've ever had playing a video game.
Monster Hunter Rise is the Monster Hunter game where the learning curve finally hit for me, and I started fucking shit up.
Yes.
Because that's how Monster Hunter is.
Yeah.
I never clicked with me for World.
Yeah, World it's a little too dumbed down. But it's because it's supposed to be baby's first Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
And then I played Rise, and I was like, I'm doing it.
It
I just pick Hammer. And I just
do.
Sonic Spin Dash all the time. I do it nonstop. I'll be playing with the boys, and I'll just be like, what's up, bitch? They just hear me, and I'm like, doof, 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 doof. They started doing it. They started doing my own noises, my own sound effects. I feel they'd be like, and off the top, bro. Bro, I'll be going crazy.
Sonic Spin Dash.
It really, that's exactly what the hammer does.
I do Switch Axe normally.
Switch Axe is fun too. I got
it.
a guy who plays Switch Axe.
Like I do it, it charges up, and then I switch it, and then I finally realized I have to combo it right, and then I got up all the shit, and I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, and it starts going crazy. I was like that with the Insect Glaive. Literally, you're just bouncing around on this monster, and it is some of the most fun I've ever played. Especially when you get the hammer, you get 2-level charge, and you walk up and you uppercut them, and then it stuns them, and they fall over. Bliss. It flows so well. It really does make the Italian come out of me. I start using my hands to talk. Oh my god. Every time.
So what's the verdict on Wild so far? I know it hasn't come out yet. What's the hype level?
Oh, we are hype.
Okay.
All the loading screens are gone. It's literally just when you walk out of the base and you're in the world.
I don't know anything about Wilds.
Yeah. From what I understand, now I could be wrong, but from what I understand is walk out of the base, no loading screens, no having to ready everybody up. You walk out, you go hunt a monster, you come back. That's my understanding. And that's what I've read. And from what people have told me who are Monster Hunter fans, have told me that's what's going on. So that's what I hope it is. If it's not, that sucks, but it'll be another Monster Hunter. I'll play it with the boys, and it'll be sick. We've already pre-ordered it. We played Rise for 2 weeks, and everybody's bought in.
All right, let me look.
Let's look at a trip.
We just
Capcom,
pull.
please make a Godzilla game.
Capcom, please.
Especially that Kong game just came out.
Look
And it was
up.
absolute dog trash.
What I'm actually curious about is, if that's the case, what the minimums are for this. What's the recommended?
No, it's gotta run on Xbox One Series S, so
Yeah.
that's what I have.
That's not too bad. I have yet to hit a game that actually, like, my
It slows down your computer.
my graphics card is... It was top of the line when I bought it 4 years ago.
You get to run around on dinosaurs. How do you not love this game? There's only one thing that sucked about playing Rise, is that I hyped up because these are guys that haven't really played before, so I was hyping up Rathalos.
Okay.
We gave Rathalos absolute work. It was not an issue. Like, the Rathian was an issue because it's like, it's a 2-star monster. It's like the first one that's kind of really hard. Like, we don't struggle on anything before that.
Yeah.
The thing they struggled on was the Baroth. They still won't fight a Baroth. We are now fighting 5-star monsters. They will not go back and fight the 3-star Baroth. It's like they're terrified. I'm like, guys, it's just a Baroth. It's not that bad. They're like, bro, it's that bad. I don't want to do it again. Like, but it's just, you just knock the shit off him and he's fine. No. I'm like, all right, man. What we did do was, I told everybody, I was like, man, if y'all just played Hammer, we'd be fine.
Oh, no.
We
Y'all
hit
about to be.
me and my buddy John. Nobody switched. John switched. Because he was already playing the drum.
Yeah.
So it's always kind of similar in the way that they move.
Yeah.
Just because they're big and massive, right? Literally, it was in-game. It wasn't in real life. I said, John, look at me. And his character turned to me, and I turned to him. I said, it's time. And we both hit the thing where you throw the little whip, the little grappling hook out, and we charged up, and we hit the spin dash at the same time. Immediately. And it just knocked the Baroth over. I said, this is true bliss. And we just did that every time. It'd be like, John, to me! And then we'd like go across each other. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. That game is so much fun with friends. Yeah, that's one of those games that goes from like a 7 out of 10 to like a 9 out of 10 when you get to play with other people.
Yeah.
It's just a banger, bro.
I don't get to play games with other people anymore.
Oh, no.
I say anymore. I never really did.
Yeah, facts. Me too. I was never really playing games with people, but now I am. I told somebody that I was like, yeah, I play D&D. Like, you play D&D? I'm like, yeah, I play D&D. They're like, oh.
I miss it so much.
I miss it a little. I'm getting right back into it. I'm getting into a campaign with the boys. I'm actually doing 2 campaigns, which is might be a little too much for me. I don't know.
Like you.
Yeah, well, it's the props of living around people, I guess. I was also not invited, and then was like, "Can I please be invited?" I was like, "I've been hanging around. Everybody else." It really actually kind of upset me a little bit. It's like everybody else we hang out with, but me. People who live like farther away than me got invited. I didn't. I was like, "What about me?" Like, well, I already got. I'm like, damn, bro. I've been saying that I want to. Like, I can't go on our Discord on like Mondays because that's D&D day. So I'm not a part of the campaign, so I don't speak. And not that I don't have any problem not speaking, but
has been majority of the talk on this so far. Which will probably end up in the middle of the episode, even though we haven't even said the intro yet.
Well, that's because I'm just speaking.
It doesn't have to be.
I was just talking.
That's the magic of editing.
I know that's right. But yeah, I don't know. D&D is sick, and it's the hardest part of it is getting a group of people together.
Yeah,
because doing it is the easy part.
I was in a campaign a few months ago. It's one of the reasons why I originally had Tuesdays off every Tuesday, and it just didn't work. Sometimes it doesn't work. It was my first example of it just not working.
Yeah.
Just the campaign didn't work, the character didn't work. Something about it didn't work, and it was a shame because I was really excited for that character.
Yeah. I'm very sad because I've committed to these 2. One campaign is really like lighthearted, going to be funny.
Yeah,
exactly where I'll thrive.
Yeah.
The basic Tanner mindset fits into this campaign. The other one is very dark and very serious, which I know I can do. Here's my main issue.
You gotta show that range.
I have the range. I know I have the range. I know I can do it. It's that now it's in this person's world that they've made.
Yeah.
There is no anthropomorphic person.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. I cannot see myself as a dwarf. I don't want to play a human. And for damn sure, don't want to be an elf. I am racist. Also, I hate elves. There's no, like, minotaur person. There's no, like, orc? Orc is good enough for me. I'll do a orc.
Why don't you just play... Why don't you want to play a dwarf?
Dwarves lack range. There is very few ways to play a dwarf, and I don't want to do any of that.
I'm pretty sure you ended that one campaign half-dwarf.
What campaign half-dwarf? What are you speaking of? Titus was never a dwarf. Titus was in a dwarf, but he was never a dwarf. He had half-dwarven children in a prologue, but he was never a dwarf. That was a Minotaur man. M-A-N double exclamation point. That man was built different. I was traumatized.
You traumatized others?
I did what I had to do to get everybody through the day.
That's not... I don't know.
That's exactly what
that
happened.
one.
And when people wanted to step outside of themselves and try to do my job for me, what happened? They died. Let me do my job. You're not better than me.
The only one
Sorry,
that died,
Alan.
I think the only one that died was there before you joined.
He was there before I joined, and he was worse at what I did than I did. I did his job better than him 2 sessions in. I love him to death, but he let himself go. He passed on by his own volition. What's your opinion on the MCU at large?
Oh, God. I don't even know what project is next.
Captain America, Brave New World.
Oh, I'm excited for that one. That's like the one thing coming out that I'm actually really excited for.
I was excited
Oh, no.
until 2 days ago.
Oh, no.
I was talking with my buddy Dane,
Oh, no.
and he didn't make a point. All he said is that he thinks it's going to be bad. That was all he said. And I was like, nah, come on. It won't be bad. But he's like, it's been through rewrites, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, that could make sense. It could be bad. And then I was like, yeah, but it's Harrison Ford. Like, it's a good actor. Like,
Yeah.
and then I thought about it. I'm like, they're not going to... And I went silent, and I hit my brain. They're gonna kill the Hulk. They're going to have the Red Hulk in one movie, and they're going to kill him. There is absolutely no way that character makes it past this movie, and that is going to ruin it for me.
I get what you're saying. Maybe.
They don't keep villains.
Yeah, but he might not be the main villain because the leader is also in this movie. And
Which,
like,
I am the biggest Hulk fan on the planet. Who gives a shit?
I admit, it feels a little out of place.
It is going to be that is their big twist, and they dropped another trailer, and the leader's in it. You don't see him, but you see his shadow walking through a door. It is going to be a nothing reveal because they cannot drop a trailer that doesn't spoil the entire movie. I thought they used to be good at trailers. I did not know that they showed Spider-Man in the Civil War trailer.
Yes.
I didn't watch the whole trailer, I guess, before I went to go see the movie because that was a surprise for me in the theater.
Yeah, it is like the last few seconds.
Well, why are trailers so bad?
I don't know.
Keep things a secret. Come on.
They keep some things a secret. Sometimes they keep it in the wrong direction, but they do keep some things secret.
And then they even the No Way Home secret is like evident. You just watch the trailer, you watch the guy get punched by nothing. Bruh.
That trailer where they edit the two of them out when he's just leaving through all three of them. It's so funny.
Yeah, bro, I don't know. I'm worried about Brave New World now. I really think it's gonna be good. And I love Sam Wilson. I love everything about that movie.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I don't like is in one of the rewrites, they cut one of my boys out, and I'm sad.
Who'd it cut out?
Seth Rollins was supposed to be in that movie.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, I'm sad.
Do we have any idea who he was supposed to be?
There's someone in the Serpent Society. It was not going to be a large role.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, one of those commanders might have gotten a line or two, and then probably would have died.
Yeah. I wouldn't want a wrestler that's worse than CM Punk to be in the movie anyway.
I'm gonna leave that in because I love both of them.
No, I don't. I love one of them.
However, I need to warn you.
Warn what?
Hannah hates CM Punk.
How do you hate CM Punk?
She loves Drew McIntyre.
That's the point, bro.
And what's funny is, as much as that is the case, she has the fucking plush of CM Punk's dog in her case. Like how I have Cody's dog Pharaoh up there holding my NXT tickets. She has in her case, in there, you can kind of see it all the way to the end, she has CM Punk's ugly ass dog.
Hey.
She bought that at Raw when we went in October.
I love CM Punk. I was so happy to see him beat Seth. Oh.
It was... I love that. I have all my thoughts about CM Punk, having been a pro wrestling fan for as long as I have, and liking Punk all the way back then, and liking all of his stuff now. That AEW exit was a little controversial. Was a little afraid to see him back in. I am happy to see him doing what I think has been possibly the best work of his career.
I was like, so from what I saw and what I heard, it seems like it's just not his fault. It seems like Tony Khan has no idea what's going on. I saw Big Justice wrestle. I'm going to give that 5 big booms. Like, get out of my face.
Okay, you know what? He showed up on the pre-show of that pay-per-view, and that video did more numbers than anything any company has put out in wrestling for, like, the past 3 years.
I understand.
Like, that ended up being a goated decision.
If the Costco guys are saving your relativity, get out of my face. Plus, that's the worst spear I've ever seen from AJ. Little AJ, whatever his name is. It's Big Justice and AJ, right? Or whatever his name is. The kid that, oh, I got a chicken bake. Head ass.
I thought the kid was the Rizzler. Or is that
That's the Rizzler. That's the little kid. I'm talking about the in-betweener. The mid-out evolution of that trio of Pokemon.
I don't know what their names are.
Yeah, I think it's... Maybe it's Big Justice. I'm pretty sure it's AJ.
I think it is. It's like Big Boom AJ or something.
Yeah,
something like that.
And that spear he put on whoever that was in that ring, I can't remember.
I think it was QT Marshall. Like, and it was a low-level jobber, too.
I would say, and that was one of the worst spears I've ever seen.
It's okay. Do you want to hear... I'll give you something. You want something terrible that AEW just recently did?
Sure.
And this show was good, is the problem. This was the first episode of Dynamite of the Year, Fight for the Fallen special, which means they donate a bunch of money to pick the charity at the time. For that one, it was Hurricane Relief in North Carolina. The first episode of the year, it was being simulcast on Max, because every episode of Dynamite and Collision was great. Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge.
Yep.
He made his return match. He had already returned at the pay-per-view before, but this was his match, and we learned what his new ring name is going to be. Have you seen this yet? Do you know what it is?
No, I don't. This is completely news to me. You're about to break my mind.
It's the Rated R Superstar, Cope.
Okay.
His name is Cope. They're calling him Cope.
Huh.
And they've stuck with it, and that's the sin.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I can see Adam Copeland going up to Tony Khan and being like, I want to do a shorthand name again, because he was known as Edge for most of his career.
Yeah.
You know, just use my name, do Cope. And like you have someone like Adam Copeland. If he comes, you're gonna, unless you're WWE sized, you're gonna go, yeah, okay, yeah, you can try it out.
Which is the problem with AEW.
I don't think there's a problem with trying stuff out. They went out the first night, they did it, and the internet fucking ridiculed them for it. And then they've kept it. The fact that they've kept it is what gets me. Like,
yeah,
you had the shot. Could have changed it back immediately. Just did it on the edit. After the edited version goes up, changed it back to Adam Copeland, removed some of the commentary notes, and then on Collision, when he comes out for his match on Collision, Adam Copeland. Cope is bad.
Yeah, Cope sucks.
I will maintain that in AEW, CM Punk was part of the problem, but he is not the problem.
Yeah.
Tony Khan didn't have control of his roster. There was other stuff.
What was that? Is that Adam Page that had the beef with CM?
But that's the one I still don't understand. Because apparently it sounded like Punk had beef with Page.
It sounded like Page had beef with Punk, from what I heard.
Yeah.
Well, obviously I'm hearing it from CM's point of view. So.
Yeah, but Page was spewing beef on the promos on live TV, trying to build to their match. Like, that's the part I don't get. Like, he had, like, because Hangman is one of those guys that you only hear nice things about. Punk is the only person I've heard say negative things about Adam Page. So that's the one that confuses me. It's like, when he goes, oh yeah, and like the Young Bucks and their whole posse is like really toxic and I hate dealing with them. Have you seen the Young Bucks? That makes sense. Like that, yeah. I absolutely believe you. Like, that makes absolute sense. It's like, oh, Jack Perry got a little too big for his britches. I believe you. Like, that makes sense. Hangman? Are you sure? How are you beefing with Hangman? That's the one that doesn't connect in my head.
Yeah.
And like, again, it takes two to have a brawl in
the backstage, right?
In any of the situations. And Tony Khan probably should have fired him after the first one. He asked to be let go after the first one. He was just like, listen, why don't you just fire me and make an example out of me? And then Tony wouldn't. And, like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Tony handle that decision correctly because he did not.
The way he runs AEW, it makes me understand how he is Cyril Khan's son. Because AEW, when I look at AEW and I look at the Jacksonville Jaguars, they are both dumpster fires. Every time I look at them, it just like, and the worst part is they genuinely, it is a parallel, like a mirror of each other, because they have bright spots and you can see, like, you look at the Jaguars, they have Trevor Lawrence, which was like the greatest quarterback ever coming out of college, like highest rated ever. They have Travis Etienne, which looks good. They have Brian Thomas Jr. now. They have all these pieces. They have Josh Hines Allen. All these amazing pieces. And for some reason, they win 3 games out of 17. And then I look at AEW, and like, MJF looks amazing.
Yeah.
Every time I see a clip of him. I know Adam Page is a good wrestler.
Yeah.
I know Orange Cassidy's a good wrestler.
Love Orange.
I know the tag team of Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus are amazing.
They're not even together anymore.
I know they're not, but they were when I saw when I saw my boys.
Yeah.
And it still just seems like absolute trash. Like every time I sit down and I'm like, all right, let me give AEW a watch. And I'm just like, damn, what is going on? But then I'll go in, and the worst thing is with wrestling, I could go to a bad wrestling show in like real life, and that shit bangs every time. It does not matter. Absolutely. But you watch it on TV, I'm like, damn, that kind of like sucks.
Yeah, and AEW, I think Tony needs help. I don't think he needs to step down. I think he needs help. He needs a couple seasoned people. I think Scott D'Amore would be the best choice, but he doesn't want to hire Scott D'Amore for.
I think Vince McMahon's looking for a job.
He has a non-compete and also ill. 90-day release clause, WWE. It's something like 10 years or something. He's not allowed to be in wrestling or I think combat sports. I don't want him back. Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to talk about Vince McMahon. It was a dumb joke.
Okay, that's fine.
I hate that guy.
Just to kind of rein in some stuff. He needs help reining in some stuff. But like also, I think it's also part of it is that they are the second biggest promotion globally, not just nationally, globally. Freely admitted by what was the number 2 global promotion that they're not, that it's AEW. And they're trying to stay not just relevant in the public eye, but in the corporate eye. Trying to keep, what's their name now? WB Discovery? Whatever they did. Trying to keep them happy so they can stay on their networks. They just inked a massive new deal where they simulcast on Max now. Trying to get TV deals for everything else, trying to get TV deals for Ring of Honor. Like right now, Chris Jericho is the Ring of Honor World Champion. This is a terrible idea in all accounts. But networks aren't interested in Mark Briscoe Ring of Honor Champion. They might be interested in Chris Jericho World Champion and sign a 5-year deal, and then you can take it off of him and try to show why this is better this way. And I'm a Chris Jericho. Listen, right? People hate this. I'm a Chris Jericho apologist. I think his learning tree gimmick is fucking hilarious.
I don't think there's nothing about Chris Jericho that he's ever done that I think I disagree with.
Like, I see why people don't like it. It is an extremely meta take on the fact that he is old as can be and is still somehow winning titles and on the top where he's at. His in-ring talk segment is called TV Time. How do you not understand this joke? That's the joke. That's the joke. Do I think he should have beat Mark Briscoe for the Ring of Honor World title? No. But I also understand why Tony Khan did that for the reason that he did. But also, we tried this 2 years ago and it didn't work. So I don't know why we're trying it again. Unless we're actually closer for Ring of Honor getting something. But I also think Tony Khan needs to hand Ring of Honor off to someone because it's too much.
I have beef, man. I have beef with AEW. I don't think I'll ever... I had one thing on my Christmas list this year.
Oh, no.
I only had one thing.
Oh, no.
And I wrote a really nice letter to Santa.
Oh, no.
I stated it with, Dear homie, my boy, Santa.
Yeah.
I don't want anything... I don't need any worldly possessions this year.
Oh, no.
But I need you to do everything in your power to do one thing for me. I need you to go to AEW. I need you to walk in Tony Khan's office. I need you to take a contract. I need you to shred it, burn it, make it not exist. And I need you to kidnap Samoa Joe. And I need you to bring him back to WWE and forge that contract with Triple H's signature on it. and get it done. Save my boy. I am so tired of not seeing Samoa. I just want Samoa Joe back. Especially we're doing and I understand Samoa Joe might not have anything to do with. Just imagine what the Bloodline storyline could be if Samoa Joe was around. And I know it's not like that, but he's just a big Samoan dude. As much as I liked, what's big dude that was just in that cage match?
Bronson Reed, I assume is who you mean.
Yes, and I like him. I've been in and out of WWE. I saw him. I was like, I like everything you're doing. But imagine it was Samoa Joe instead. Oh my god, I miss him. Zach, I miss him, and I want him back so bad. I want him back in a promotion that I care about, with things that are going on that I care about. They took my boy. You can keep Edge or Cope, whatever you want to call him. Keep Christian and his decaying corpse, and all these other guys.
Christian is doing the best work of his career right now.
Well, yeah. Because what was Christian in WWE?
Vince fucking hated him.
Exactly. Well, I'm never going to stand up for Vince. I could give a fuck if Christian had a mental breakdown. I wouldn't care.
Oh.
And that's the other thing about AEW. As much as it isn't, and I know it isn't, they have a lot of their good talent, and they're not just WWE retirement home or rejects from WWE and whatever. God, is that not what it feels like every time I'm looking around at the superstars that they have or things that are going on, which I know is what they want to avoid.
Sometimes,
but it's every time. Like, the only person that they have that isn't one of their talents that I feel that way about is Chris Jericho.
Yeah,
and that's it. But like everybody else, I'm like, damn, just come back to WWE. Especially now, and now it's the Big Bad Wolf is gone. Come back.
Yeah, I mean,
let's do things.
There's some stuff like Andrade. Andrade is one of my favorite examples of someone that stepped back because...
You're right. I agree with that too.
He was one of the ones where it was like, I understand why. And I think I think eventually it landed with Andrade. That series with Melo was really good. Carmelo Hayes.
Yep.
That one felt like he might not be happy anywhere and he's just going to go to where his wife works, which there's nothing wrong with.
Yeah.
Cody obviously had Cody's reasons. Jade, I don't know her reasons, but she was never in WWE. That was a full defection.
Yeah.
You want it? I'll give you something that you might like. There used to be this guy he was an AEW original. Never wrestled WWE. AEW original. He did okay work there. We saw him live when we went. He was there. I don't know if he wrestled, but he was ringside for the main event. He was one of the partner of the guy that was in the main event, and he
in the Keith Lee event.
Yes,
in the Keith Lee match, right? Yeah.
No, it was the person I'm talking about was the ladder match for the title that they
okay
had. It was that match.
It was necking with his girl, right?
No, that's Sammy Guevara. I think he's also really good, but he needs to figure some stuff out. It was one of the managers. It was one of them for the guy that won. I'll give his name in a minute, but he left AEW earlier last year, and I don't know if it was reported or I don't know if it was a big deal, but he was like in his level of popularity was kept fluctuating, so like it kind of fell under the radar. Randomly showed up in NXT, and this is why I'm very particular in that the company doesn't matter for me. Sometimes some company's just going to work out better for someone, because Ethan Page is miles better right now in NXT than he ever was in AEW.
Yeah.
I'm an Ethan Page fan. He made me a fan.
Yeah.
He is so good.
Yeah. Wrestling works just like sports, man.
Yeah.
There are plenty of players that get drafted to a place that are fine, and then they're seen as busts, and then they leave, and they go on to be amazing, and everybody else loves them wherever else they go. Perfect example. Quarterback gets drafted number 1 overall. I want to say it was 2018. Maybe it was 2017. I'm not 100% sure. Gets drafted, leads this team to their first playoff win in like 30 years.
Yeah.
He has one down year, bad year, then comes back after that year, has an injury year, but plays through it. They cut him, and they go sign another quarterback to one of the biggest contracts we've ever seen. Yeah. This guy now bounces around the league for 2 years. He's like, wallows around in these teams, not figuring it out, gets a chance, at this team that just had probably the greatest quarterback of their team's history leave. And he goes there, and he's figuring it out. And he had an amazing season this year.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield is amazing. I love him. He's my favorite quarterback in the league. He was one drafted to Cleveland, bounced around the league. Now he's in Tampa, and he's looked damn good. It is just about finding the right place. Sometimes you're good enough, but it just needs somewhere to figure it out.
Yeah,
and I love watching Baker.
And what's funny about that is what I like to call the Philadelphia effect, because that is what the Philadelphia Phillies are. Is it's a bunch of good players with vibes. Yeah. But to then go immediately against my point, we got really good outfielder from the Orioles, Austin Hayes, and he just didn't. Something just didn't connect, and I felt so bad because I moonlight as an Orioles fan. Not really, but you know, the second closest ballpark to us is Baltimore, and I like baseball. Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Tickets are cheaper than Philly.
Philly fans know all about players being amazing, coming to their team and being trash. You can ask any Eagles fan. You can mention 2 names, and they'll shiver. Nnamdi Asomugha, all-pro corner in Oakland. One of the best corners in the league. Yeah. Came to Philly, might have been the worst free agency signing of all time. He was horrible. DeMarco Murray was the best running back in the league in Dallas. Came to Philly, was horrible.
That was an inside job.
And sure. I was nothing but happy. I'm not a Philly fan. I'm a Bears fan. But do I love...
Ew.
Well, yeah, we've been banned. So I did. Seeing you guys be as bad as I am, it brings me joy. But...
And you sure?
I don't hate Philly fans, though.
And you sure you prefer Punk over Rollins?
I love Punk. But you said Punk's a Chicago guy.
Yeah, but Punk's not a football guy.
I don't care.
Rollins, big Bears fan. Rollins tweets every Bears game.
It makes sense that Rollins would be a Bears fan.
You know what the result was based on his tweet. It's either I love football or I hate football, and it's based on...
I would love to see what he was last week. We beat the Packers for the first time in a decade. I'm sure he probably lost his mind. And there was nothing better than last night watching the Packers lose. My dad's a Commanders fan, and he hates the Eagles. I was so happy he got called into work because I cheered for the Eagles, which I don't do very often. Not that I hate the Eagles. I do actually really like the Eagles. They have a lot of players I like. Oh, my gosh. I love watching and they just... and I'll never wish injuries on anybody, but, geez, watching the Packers just get hurt and putting in backups, getting holding penalties, and it just falling apart. It was like watching the Bears win the Super Bowl. It's my Super Bowl every year, is watching the Bears lose in the postseason, which they do religiously. They ought to go on The Bachelor, and they'd end up with first-round exit as their bachelorette. Like I hate the Packers. I hate them so much. If I could, I would walk around the Lombardi Stadium, and just with a cheese grater, and I would just I don't care. Full Bear stuff, I hate them. Oh my God, there is nothing that ruins my day more than seeing Aaron Rodgers go on Pat McAfee and make another excuse as to why he's not bad. It's like, oh... Watching the Jets lose this year has been nothing but bliss for me. I love watching him play bad. It's been a great year for me, a Bears fan, and just watch everybody else be as bad as we are.
I mean, it's okay. I'm pretty sure the Packers just got kicked out of the playoffs.
I know they just lost.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I cheered so hard, man. I hate the Packers.
You want to hear something great? That game in Philly, knocking Green Bay out. My parents got to go to that game.
Buddy from work went.
Yeah. Lucky them. How was that work?
Yeah,
I'm not a big football fan, but you know me.
Yeah.
I love crowds with energy.
Yeah.
Fucking playoffs in Philly, doesn't matter what stadium it is, it's going to be crazy.
They're hosting another game.
Yeah.
Whoever wins tonight, they'll host again in Philly.
Yeah, it still doesn't pay. My brain still doesn't understand the fact that the Eagles are good now. Like, they've been good for a little bit now.
Bro, the Eagles have been good my entire life. I don't get Eagles fans, man, and Philly sports fans. There was a 3-year stretch where they weren't good, and that was when Chip Kelly was the head coach. They've been good ever since.
Yeah.
As a fan of a team that was bad for basically the entirety of my life, please don't talk about a 7-9 season or an 8-8 season. You were bad. No, you were fine. You know how many 4-12s I've gone through? 3-13s, 2 and now it's worse. So now it's 3-15 or whatever it is. 3-14. Bro, it's so bad. And I'm just 5-12. We are 5-12 this year. We did worse than we did last year, and we picked a quarterback number 1 overall, and we lost more games than we did last year. I don't know what we're gonna do, and I know what we're gonna do. We fire the head coach. We're gonna hire a head coach that I hate, like they do every year. If my coach, so this is how I went to the offseason. There are 3 guys I want: Mike Vrabel, Pete Carroll, Cliff Kingsbury. Vrabel's already been hired, so I have 2 more shots, and I know we're gonna hire one, which is the Bears always do, a guy that nobody else was interviewing that nobody knows about. Which sometimes like, oh well, maybe he's no. I hired Mark Trestman. You know the name Mark Trestman?
No.
No, you probably shouldn't, because he was a guy coaching Canadian football, and he was horrible.
No, at least he has experience.
It's a completely different game. And it was horrible. And I know we're going to end up like Mark McCarthy or Brian Flores and just all these guys that are horrible and have to keep going back to being coordinators and I'm taking my glasses off. The despair I feel when talking about the future of the Bears, because now it's real for me because my Super Bowl's over. The Packers have already lost.
Yeah.
So now I have to care about my team again and our decisions, and it's never the correct decision. We picked Caleb Williams, correct decision. Everything else I think we've done with him I disagree with. We got some pieces that was nice. Bringing in Keenan Allen. DeAndre Swift ended up being a good decision, but at the time didn't look like one, but he ended up working out. I don't know, man. I'm stressed. Being a sports, supporting the teams that I can't ever just have a time where all the teams that I like are just good. Because when the Bears were okay, we won our division in 2018. We actually had 12 wins.
Nice.
My basketball team was the Knicks. We were dog trash. And we've been dog trash for a very long time. I don't even think the Melo years were that good. It was like going into the playoffs. It's like going into the playoffs being a Steelers fan. You know you're going to make it there, but you know you're going out in the first round.
Did I know you were a Knicks fan?
No, because there was nothing to talk about, but now we're good. Now we're the second in the... I think we could beat anybody in the conference. I'm not scared of Boston. I'm not scared of Milwaukee. I'm not scared of anybody. Me and Jalen Brunson, we boys. Me and the Villanova boys, I'm fine with it. I like our starting squad. I don't like all the assets we gave up to get everybody, but I think we're fine. I'm not scared of anybody in the East, and I'm really not scared of anybody in the West. I think we can't... I don't think we are the best team in the NBA, but I think we can beat every team in the NBA.
So, I'm not really a big NBA fan. I feel like I default to the Sixers just because they're right there, but, I'm not a big NBA fan. However, I am, I'm a big New York hater.
You have to be.
Fuck New York. And maybe that's because of how much Philly blood is in me, that, I have died hard in Citizens Bank for the Phillies multiple times. So, everything New York, it's ew. And, I kind of like the Eagles, so, the Giants go fuck off.
As a Knicks fan, I want you to know, I hate New York baseball. New York baseball, that's incorrect. Yankee baseball, I hate. There is something that I relate with being as bad as the Knicks have been, relating to the Mets.
Okay.
Maybe not the current Mets, because I know now the current Mets are, good. But, the Mets that were, everybody's
sorry.
All right, it's the Mets. We love the Mets, but the Mets are trash. Now I'm
who loves the Mets? We don't love the Mets.
I love the Mets. I feel for the Mets' pain.
Maybe this wasn't a good idea.
I'm just saying, the Mets were bad for so long. It was the joke when I was a kid that the Mets were just trash.
It was glorious. The golden years.
The golden years. I don't know. I just feel
there were a couple years where both the Mets and the Phillies were bad. It was so weird.
For football fans, it's like when the Detroit Lions are now good. They're 14 wins.
Yeah, when did that happen?
Yeah, well, last 2 years. They won They were an NFC Championship last year.
Yeah.
Now they're the number 1 seed this year. The Lions were trash for forever. And now everybody's like, all right, when my team goes out, I'm moving for the Lions. Because it's they've been so bad for so long, you want them to win.
Yeah.
I have that same feeling with the Mets.
That's how I am with the Orioles. When Philly goes out and the Orioles are pitching good, I was like, I can get behind this. Really behind the Brewers last playoff season when the Phillies
did not know that was a baseball team.
When the Phillies just couldn't for some reason after the All-Star break, was really behind the Brewers. That'd be fun. Brewers never won a World Series. It'd be really really fun. New World Series winners did not want the World Series that we got. Did not care at all.
Shohei won, right?
Yeah, it was Dodgers versus Yankees. The two most well-known.
You gotta like the Dodgers.
No, I don't.
I feel like it's racist not to like the Dodgers.
What do you mean?
You have to like the Dodgers.
I do not.
Is that not the Jackie Robinson team, the Dodgers?
That was back when it was Brooklyn.
I know, but you can
like Jackie Robinson.
If you want to be a bigot, then you can hate the Dodgers. But what I'm saying is, I like the Dodgers. I support everybody.
I like Jackie Robinson. I like Ohtani. Ohtani's, all-star talent.
Yeah,
Ohtani's like a talent of a generation.
Yeah, he's...
You'll never hear me talk bad about that. Someone was once telling you might appreciate this. It was, who's the greatest of all time of this generation? Shohei Ohtani or Mike Trout? And I was like, this is not a conversation. This is someone...
No, you can't say that.
I was
being from Mike Trout's hometown, I will defend him with...
Well, this is one of the things I was saying. It's I grew up near his hometown and all this other stuff, and I was like, he's a good player. I maybe talk a little bit too much bad about him. But, Shohei is just generational. And that's... Mike Trout is one of the star players of this generation, without a doubt, but, Shohei's different.
This is the conversation I'll hear. If you want to say Shohei's had a better career, 100%, I think I'd agree. When you say talent specifically, I think it's Trout. Because when you say talent, you take away the injuries and just what they can do, and to the proficiency that they do their thing.
Yes.
I don't... Not that I don't think it's a conversation. I think I slight it to Trout. But Trout has been so injured that nobody... It's like nobody... Yeah. Not nobody trusts him, but nobody believes in him to do the things that we all know he can do.
Yeah.
He just doesn't.
And I get what you're saying. Shohei is a generational talent and one of the only two-way players that exists to perform at such a high level. That is such a rare... I think he is more talented. I think he's the most talented player in the league right now. I understand why the Dodgers got him. If he wasn't... this is why Mike Trout's is... I don't want to say all-star because that technically has connotations to it. He's a generational player. He's a star player. He's the Angels' star player. Whenever that contract ends, he probably won't go to another team on a big contract just because that contract is so long. But I could see other teams. It'd be like when this past year Juan Soto contract was up and people were trying to get him. I could see there being a bit.
I think there's only one place he goes. If Trout ever leaves the Angels, there's only one place that he'll ever go. He's coming home.
And I'll tell you why you're wrong.
I guarantee.
And it's not because Trout doesn't want to.
I understand. I would put all the money in my bank account that if Mike Trout was to ever go anywhere else, he's coming home. He's coming home to Philly, and that's that. I don't see any other...
The only reason why a couple of things would have to happen, and that is that one of a couple of very specific players that Philly has would have to leave. Because that type of contract that Trout is on the Angels, we have 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, I don't think
those are huge.
And my thing is, I don't think Trout takes the mega contract again.
Yeah, I think that's the
genuine and complete conjecture. I have no sources. I'm not Shams Charania. I don't know anything. But I think I have been an athlete to a very small level. I'm not ever going to say, but I think like an athlete. I have that mindset. When you go somewhere and you are on a team, I've seen it happen all the time. And I've seen players look back on their career and talk about it. Yeah. When you are at a team and you take the big contract and you are irrelevant and it causes people to talk to you the way they talk about Trout, you go somewhere else, you take the you take the prove-it deal, and everybody realizes why you're still one of the best players in the game. He will take I think, a smaller deal to go to Philly and do it.
No, I think he will just have better deals on the table at that point. I don't. To be fair, this is all conjecture anyway, because I'm pretty sure Trout's never leaving the Angels. But I
think he's gone, man. I don't think you can just sit there. No, there's no way as a competitor you look back on your career and you're like, yeah, I did everything I can do. Because that's the one thing that kills every athlete once they retire.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think if it is a two-way deal of both Trout and Angels need to agree on the split, Angels aren't going to agree on the split. That is, especially since they don't have Shohei. That was what kept the Angels relevant was Trout and Ohtani, and what kept them above a losing season.
Yeah, but they'll just be bad again.
Yeah,
the Angels have always been bad.
Yeah,
so they'll just go back to being bad. Teams are they'll go back to being bad and they'll be fine. Yeah, the league's been saved anyway. They made it more fun again. People are going to the shows again. Everything's up.
The shows.
Not the shows. You know what I mean. The games again.
How'd they save it? People are going to the games again?
They made it faster. Made it because I am a baseball hater. Baseball's boring as shit. I'll never watch it. And people always give me the wrestling argument that even if it's a bad game, going in person is sick. It sucks, and no, it doesn't. It is even worse than a baseball game. I Hate it.
That argument doesn't work for a baseball game. I don't know who's saying it.
And
like, it depends a little bit,
but
like...
But everybody says that about everything live.
Yeah,
That going live is better, it makes it worth it. It doesn't. I hate it. I hate sitting there and nothing going on, and it's like how people defend baseball the way Americans defend American football to Europeans. Like, yeah, but nothing's happening, but when we hike the ball and then everything so intricate and everything, trying to the guys who are watching football, and the game never stops.
Yeah.
There's a running clock upwards, not downwards, and nothing ever stops. It's nonstop action.
Yeah.
But then we'll crap on that game. But then we argue that it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And they make that argument for baseball. It doesn't make any sense. It sucks. It's boring. You can have a boring game and enjoy it. Like, you can enjoy boring things. People love golf.
No, you can't. You cannot make that wrestling argument for baseball. There are some games where it is boring, and you sit there, and you sit there, and you sit there, and the only saving grace with baseball when it comes to that is those games, the tickets are going to be cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, Philly, it's never like that, but Philly, the tickets are a minimum of $40. Baltimore, it's sometimes like that. You might be able to get a really good Baltimore ticket for $12. Like, White Sox tickets you can get for free sometimes. Like, that's not a joke either. That's not a joke.
No. I know. And I'm not a baseball fan. I am a White Sox fan. I'm a Chicago baseball fan.
Chicago baseball fan. Terrible. He's a New York basketball fan.
Huh?
He's a New York basketball fan.
Did you say you were a White Sox fan?
And a Cubs fan more, but...
My favorite part about the White Sox is they run into each other.
We were at that game. The clip of the three of them running into each other, where they then say the White Sox have gone full White Sox. We were at that game. It was in Baltimore. We were there. But like, this is why I get my Philly love. Is why I get like probably what I would imagine like long-term Lions fans feel right now. The like I'm seeing kids like my cousin, and I love my cousin to death. Love that she loves the Phillies as much as she does. But like they're going to playoff games and like all the stuff, and the Phillies are good and they're putting up winning seasons, and I'm just like, I'm glad you're having a good time. Do you know what I went through?
I remember what it was.
They won the World Series when I was like 10, and they proceeded to not put up a winning record for years.
Yeah, they were bad for a long time.
And then all of a sudden we go on this miracle run and make it to the World Series, and we're good again, and it's so much fun.
Yeah, I remember that. Was that... Oh, what was it? He passed away in a plane crash. That pitcher for that Phillies team that won the series, right?
Oh, right.
Do you remember that years ago? Ryan Holiday is the only name that's coming on. But I remember that was
okay.
Or was that him?
That is one of the pitchers. His name is Roy Halladay, and it was a helicopter accident.
Helicopter, that's what it was.
That was. I was confused what you were saying for a minute, because I
thought it was a plane crash.
For some reason, I was thinking of the 80s team, not the 08 team.
Yeah,
that's Roy Halladay. Yeah. And I was like, do you understand what I've been through?
Yeah.
What we've been through?
The tragedy.
This team wasn't good. No one would go to the bank. There's pictures of the bank from like 5 years ago, and it's like a bunch of empty seats, and then it's like the same one from like the last season. It's filled. And it's like, we sell the place out.
A glass bottle?
It was a treat because she managed to get
live in lavish in this house.
It was a reward for
I go home, I'll be reusing Gatorade bottles for shit. Y'all got glass.
It's okay.
That's the glassware I need. Oh no.
This is the fine.
Fine china.
The fine china cups.
Please. I thought you were about to pull out like Zoo Pals.
This is relevant to our conversation.
Look, see the cups.
Just a bunch of cups from.
I need a souvenir cup.
This is probably my favorite one. I love the finale.
That one is sick. I like the see-through one, the bottom one. That was cool.
Yeah, those are the ones from the beginning of last season.
Hell yeah.
We went to how many games this last year? Some nonsense amount.
You got the baseball spreadsheet.
That's true. So what happens?
You really did. Yo, that spreadsheet is crazy.
What happens is that I'll buy. You haven't seen the wrestling one.
No, I saw a little bit of it.
You saw a little bit of it. This is a big one.
It is expended.
I'll get a cup because I feel like I gotta buy a cup when I'm there if I'm gonna be taking them. And then you wait. People do this. I can't believe it. You wait until the end of the game. People start filing out. The ushers aren't gonna make you move until like 20, 30 minutes after game ends. You do it, and then you just go through. People leave shit behind. They leave cups behind. They leave fucking the ice cream helmets behind. You know how much it costs to get ice cream in one of these things? And you leave the helmet behind? What? This is what I eat ice cream out of. Like,
This is why we have a cost of living crisis.
Like, Like, I'll buy, like, one of the cups, but we have, like, 5 Trey Turner cups because people just left them in our row, and we just went... People left... Some guy bought a pack of baseball cards from the team store, which is, like, an absurd amount compared to buying a pack of baseball cards regularly. Opened them, didn't like any of them, left the entire pack in his cup holder. That pack is somewhere around here. I was just like, I'll take them. Like, sure.
What a legend.
Yeah. That was more sports than I thought we would talk about, but I
my
was
bad.
ready for it. I was ready for it.
I'm so happy. You don't know how much I wanted to do this sports corner. I have one for you. The MLS.
I need to.
It's so good.
I want to go to Union games so bad.
Our product used to be horrible. We all know.
Yeah.
I love football. I love the actual football.
You know, here's the thing. I have a question for you, and you can go into your thing after this. I know that like your big team is like is it Barcelona? It's one of the ones.
Benfica. It's over in Portugal.
Okay. Yeah. It's one of the ones over there. Yeah. For MLS, what is your team? Is it just Philly, or do you have a different?
No, but I go to Union games just because they're the closest. When I first got into football, it was hard, man, because you always want to be. Galaxy was the team.
Yeah.
Like, if you were a casual MLS fan, it was the Galaxy, because they would get every great player from across the water would go to the Galaxy.
Yeah. Like the Dodgers.
Yeah. So, like, David Beckham was there, and then when I was really getting into it, they signed my favorite player, which was Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And he signed over there, and I was like, oh, I want to go see that. And I never got to see him play in Philly, because every time the Galaxy played the Union, either he wasn't playing or I just didn't get to go.
Yeah.
If I were to pick an MLS team now, I don't know, man. I can't pick a team, man. It's just liking players.
Sometimes it's
it's the only sport where, like, a lot of people are like, I'm not a fan of teams. I'm a fan of certain players. Yeah. A lot of people in the NBA are like that. I'm not. I'm a Knicks fan through and through. I could care less where Carmelo Anthony goes or any of those guys. I'm a Knicks fan. With football, I'm like that. I like players. Like,
yeah.
I love my team. Benfica's my team. I could never imagine myself wearing any merch of any other team than Benfica. I could never do that. But, like, jersey's a little different, I guess. I guess technically that's merch. But I mean, like, I would wear, like, just like a regular T-shirt that just has the Benfica logo on it.
Yeah.
Like that I would do. But, like, jerseys I don't always see as merch. I just think it's more of like stuff for a player. So I guess. But for the longest time I liked Toronto FC. They had this guy, Sebastian Giovinco. He was sick. He was very good. He was an Italian footballer. And they actually kicked him, not that they kicked him off the Italian team, the national team, but he was, like, very good. Took a big deal over here in the MLS, and the national team coach was like, I'm only picking players from leagues that actually count. And as long as he's over in America, I won't pick him. Even though he was lighting it up over here. So he kind of, like, tanked his national career to come over here and play. And they were really good for a while. They won a couple of championships and stuff. They were trading with the Sounders for the longest time. Like, Seattle Sounders were cool. They had Dempsey and I want to say Zardes, but I don't think that's right now. But the Sounders had their players and had their time where they were really good. Like, there's a bunch of MLS players I like. Like, Josef Martinez was one of my favorites. I want to say let me not get this. I think he's a Venezuelan striker. Maybe I'm wrong with the country, but I think it's Venezuela. But he was amazing. I'm not going to even try to say his first name because I think I got it wrong. But Zardes was the guy. He played for Columbus Crew. They were really cool. There's HAYD, which I think... I can't remember where he plays now. Maybe it was Orlando City. But, like, Kaká, that was the other one. Orlando City I really liked. They were purple because of my favorite color. Yeah. So it was like when I was a kid, that's what I saw. And Kaká was like a Ballon d'Or winner. Like, won the award for best player on the planet.
Yeah.
And he played at Orlando City when he retired. Or when he got really old. And I love them. I love them just because Kaká was so cool.
Oh, yeah.
He was so cool. It's always the coolest players over there. Whenever they come here, it's like, that's the team I want to support.
Yeah.
Because even though they're old and you know they can't do what they could do, they still come over here and, like, embarrass our average players. But now you don't see that much anymore. We don't get a lot of the old guys coming over anymore because our league is, like, actually good now.
Yeah. It's been getting a very big uptick.
There's plenty of players that go from MLS teams to, like, Premier League clubs over in England. Like, we sent over Dempsey. Landon Donovan went over there but wasn't that great. and then Tim Howard. We had 3 guys, and that was it. Now we got guys playing all over the place. We got a guy starting for Juventus, the biggest team in Italy. Might be controversial, but I believe they've won the most. So they're the biggest team in Italy. I don't care what you say. McKinney's playing over there. We've got Tyler Adams plays in. I know Tyler Adams played in Germany. Now I think he's in England still. McKinney's in. We got play like Christian Pulisic, Captain America, the guy who captains our national team, just won a trophy in Italy.
Nice.
They just won the Italian league trophy because they have the league and then they have a league cup.
Yeah.
They just won the league cup. They were down 2-0 going into the second half and ended up winning 3-2. So I can sit here and talk about soccer all day. You got me talking about something that I could talk about for like 8 hours.
Sometimes it just ends up like that. I've been trying to look at going to a Union game for a while just because it feels like the type of thing
so
that
good.
should be experienced. And then we got...
It's cold as hell.
Oh, yeah.
The stadium's right on the river.
Yeah.
So if it's not a daytime game, bro, it gets cold.
Yeah.
Keep trying to cough. I'm trying to do myself from coughing.
Yeah, and then we have the World Cup coming. Oh, that sounds like sad.
I'm not sad. I'm very excited. We are shared. You do know it's shared.
Yeah.
Between Mexico and Canada.
Yeah.
I think we do get the final in America.
I have reasons why I know this, but I'm not allowed to say on air why I know this.
Okay. I'm going to let this be known because I'm against sports washing.
Yes.
I think it's a horrible thing.
Yes.
Whether or not there's any actual data to back it, I think there is, but I'm not versed, so I'm not going to act like I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But I know that's a word. I know what that word means. And I know that I've seen it happen a couple of times.
I know that there are specific events that I have watched.
It tried to happen with Newcastle in England. Anybody who knows, they know.
Yes.
We continue to,
PSG
is the biggest one. They got bought by oil money, and I don't like it. It really makes me upset. No, it makes me upset, but I don't think it's okay. The fact that we've bundled together our World Cup, which technically is still just North America. And I know it has to bounce around continents, the World Cup does. And I know technically Mexico, Canada, and America are just North America. But now they've bundled the next World Cup together with 3 different continents of places so that we could get the World Cup after the next one in Saudi. And Saudi's already... Because we just had the one in Qatar, which I don't really agree with either. These places where people don't have... I don't want to say basic human rights, but it kind of boils down to that. I just dislike them. I don't like it. But it is really cool that we're going to have a World Cup here in my lifetime.
Yeah.
There's no way that I don't go see a game.
I am trying very hard to go see a game because it's like... Even if I don't like soccer as much as you do, clearly, but like it's one of those once-in-a-lifetime things. Like, who knows when we get this chance again?
And the national game is so much different than club game.
Yeah.
It's such a double-edged sword, especially with it being here. The national game can be boring.
Yeah.
Because a bunch of the national team thing is, it's a cup competition. It's not a league competition. So you don't get a lot of that free flowing. You get a lot of 5 at the back, 3 defensive midfielders, 2 attackers and a striker. And it's really sometimes a slog to watch. But then every once in a while you get Spain, who's like, you know what? Let's just have fun. And they go out and they have fun, and they destroy everybody in the tournament. I believe in the U.S., man. We got rid of our horrible manager coming into this World Cup. I believe in us, man. I would love if we made a semi. I'd be over the moon. I think we could do it. I don't think there's that many people better than us. I think there's the obvious good teams: England, Spain, Germany, Portugal. I think and France are the best on the planet and are consistent. And no, because Germany's not consistent, so it's those 4. And then there's Germany, Italy. I think we're as good as Germany and Italy. I think we could beat them. I really do. But just we're not consistent.
Yeah.
But we get this new guy in here. We got Mauricio Pochettino, which is the guy who just plays very free-flowing, attacking football. I think we can win. Our best part of our team is our attackers. And we've been defending like crazy for the last 20 years. It's that's just not our strength. Let's just play with our strengths. I'm so excited. I think we could win games, man. I really do. And Canada's good too. All three of the team. Mexico's the only one that I think isn't as good as they used to be. I think Canada is as good as they've ever been. I think we're as good as we've ever been. I think our players are much better than our golden generation with Donovan, Dempsey, Beckerman, Tim Howard, all those other guys. Like, what's his name? Oh, it's gonna kill me. Beasley. And like Beasley and all them. I think we're better than them.
Yeah.
We got so many good players, man. So many good players. And I just follow them. How are we doing this week? Anybody playing crazy? I'm just waiting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to need updated stats when the World Cup is actually happening.
I will keep you in the loop. Tanner's
know.
World Cup watch. I'm ready.
Those
I mentioned I hate the Packers. God, I hate the Packers. I mentioned they lost yesterday. They lost yesterday in the playoffs to the Eagles. It made me very happy. I hate the Packers.
Yeah, and I hate the Dodgers.
You know I hate the Packers. God, I hate the Packers.
I don't hate the Packers because I don't have enough stake in football to like hate. I feel like some weird hate against the Patriots, but that's because I hate dynasty teams.
I love dynasties.
That's the problem. Like I don't like dynasty teams. Like I don't like the Yankees. That's why I don't like the Dodgers. Like I don't like the Mets and I don't like the Braves because I'm a Philly fan and I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
And I don't like the Astros because of 2022, which
That's when they cheated, right?
No, that's just when they beat the Phillies in the World Series.
Okay.
Like I don't even hate the Astros that much. It's just like I just need to in that moment.
See,
I watched them kill my joy on live TV. Like
I hate Peyton Manning. He beat the Bears in the only Super Bowl I was alive for. They beat us in 2006. I hate him. He is if I were in a room with Peyton Manning, Saddam Hussein, and let's go with somebody a little bit more chill, like Hitler. And I had a gun with 12 bullets. I'd obviously shoot Hitler because it's Hitler, right? But then I think I'd put 11 rounds into Peyton Manning's massive forehead. He'd probably still be alive. The man's skull has to be thicker than... It has to be like adamant. He's actually a mutant. That's actually a Marvel superhero in real life. His superpower is to grow his forehead. That man's forehead is indestructible. You could lock up trade secrets in there and nobody would ever get him.
Is that not just the leader?
You know what? They probably should have cast him. I hate that guy. And then you know what? I'd probably take the bullet out of Hitler. I'd throw it at him too. Saddam can go home, I guess. I hate Peyton Manning. And nothing was ever his fault. He ever had an interview, it was always, the team's got to play better. But how about you take... When you throw 4 picks in a game, how about you take some responsibility? God, I hated him. And his forehead was always so big. I mean, is that his forehead's big yet? Gee, he couldn't lean down during an interview because you block out the rest of the screen. Nobody at home would know what we're looking at. Everybody think that it was, I don't know, everybody was being saved by Jesus or something. The light was coming through.
All right.
Oh my gosh, it makes me so... I hate Peyton Manning.
Okay, I'm pretty sure he's retired, right? He's done.
And I still hate him.
Well, no, because I want to know who's your supervillain in the NFL right now.
The super villain?
Player wise.
Oh, it's Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, all right.
But it's
make sure we're on the same page.
Aaron Rodgers is now at the Megamind stage where all he does is lose.
Okay.
And everybody's it's just like, okay, Aaron, all right.
Yeah.
So like a real supervillain.
Yeah.
Now see, my supervillains will not be everybody else's supervillains. Because everybody will say Patrick Mahomes is a supervillain.
Okay, that's what I was thinking in my head.
But here's the difference between Brady and Mahomes. Brady did things to make himself unlikable.
Okay.
Brady had the supermodel wife.
Yeah.
That and the famous quote of he can't catch and throw the ball too. Like so she's already and nothing against Giselle, I don't know anything about her. She was labeled a bitch for that one thing, and she was horrible. And then Brady had Deflategate. Then the Patriots had where they were cheating. And there's no way you can look at the Chiefs and feel the same way. Andy Reid is a big fat happy man who eats cheeseburgers. You can't hate him.
Yeah. Some of that
it's
is
like
just
it's like hating the Hamburglar. You can't. He's just like, oh, look at him. Like you just like him. And then Patrick Mahomes sounds like Kermit the Frog. So how do you hate that guy? How do you hate Kermit? The only one that I could see disliking is Travis Kelce. But then he goes on the podcast with his brother, and he's one of the most relatable, nice guys I've ever met. Now, you could say he's a villain because Taylor Swift goes to their games. And for some reason, middle-aged 40-year-old white men hate Taylor Swift. Like, they talk about Taylor Swift the way they talk about Joe Biden. I don't know who has more beef with middle-aged white men. So, I don't know what's going on there. But if I were to say a villain, it's guys that get more credit than they deserve for not doing anything.
Okay.
So, like, Justin Herbert is one of my villains. Sean Payton is one of my villains. It's just these guys that are like supposed to be the best, and you don't do anything. You never win. Yeah, the Cowboys are always the NFL's villains because everybody hates the Cowboys.
Yeah. America's.
There's a level of the Eagles. Like people really hate the Eagles.
That was going to be. I was going to flip it to baseball, and that was going to be my thing. It was like, no, I understand that technically the villains are probably Bryce Harper and the Phillies, but
yeah,
like,
people hate, and then people just really dog on players that I don't think really deserve it. Like they do one bad thing and then it's over for them. Like I don't know. It's people in legal situations. I guess really the villain of the NFL is probably Deshaun Watson, who is a actual like garbage human being, and I don't know how he's still in the league, but he's probably the villain of the NFL. Because there's nobody that's good right now that's just like winning. Because like even when I watch, like I know Kansas City's going for three in a row, right?
Yeah.
But it never feels like they're like winning dominantly. Like the Patriots felt like they stepped on your neck and they just were always winning, and it never felt. Nobody went into 2008 and 2012 when the Giants won being like, yeah, the Giants are actually going to win this game. Nobody thought that. They were the underdogs both times.
I can
now I'm going to say something.
Okay, go ahead.
I might have only been 9 and 13 when those games happened. I called the upset both times. You can ask my dad. I called it both times that the Giants were going to win both those games.
I think I disagree with you a little bit on the feel of the Kansas City's dominance. I assume you know what their record and what their record is at the end of the season here.
Yeah, they're 15-1 this year.
Yeah. Actually, I think that might be.
But they didn't dominate. They didn't dominate in any of... they were 16-1, right? So, no, 17 weeks... so 15-1.
If it's 17, well, I guess.
Yeah,
I thought
week, so it's
they
15-1.
lost a second game because that last game of the season
they did. I forgot. They are 14-2.
But they threw it. They didn't have any... like Mahomes didn't play. Kelsey didn't play. I remember watching this game.
So yeah, they were 15-2, not 15-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what if they put in their starters, they probably would have won that game.
They haven't dominated. They've played a bunch of one-score games. Like the 18-0 Patriots were stomping teams.
It's true.
Like
the Eagles and the Cowboys this past round.
Like when the Eagles were really good with Carson Wentz going into the Nick Foles Super Bowl run, they were kind of destroying teams. I don't know. It might be because I have a soft spot for Andy Reid. I've always liked Andy Reid. I've always been on the Bill Belichick isn't that good, and it's Tom Brady. You have Tom Brady as your quarterback. It's much easier to win a game when you have an offensive coordinator as your quarterback, and then he just had to worry about the defense. And I think he's a great defensive mind. Andy Reid is my greatest coach of all time, so I don't think I'll ever hate the Chiefs because I'll always root for them. And it's also because the other big powerhouse that were supposed to take the Chiefs down, the 49ers, I can't stand. It is the most crybaby franchise I've ever seen. You have 5 Super Bowls. Go cry somewhere else. I've got one in 85. I was negative 14.
What were we supposed to talk about on this show?
I don't know. I just started talking, and then you were like fine with it.
Yeah, I mean that's the name of the game. You just get the raw footage, you cut it up, make it sound good. It's a lot more sporty than I thought, but there's not.
Yeah, my bad. I did not need it to go sports.
I definitely egged it on.
Yeah, you fed me a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
You definitely baited me a bunch, and I fell for it every time.
Yes, I was 100%.
I love getting upset about sports. It helps my cholesterol.
Ow.
I have no idea, but that's what the doctor said. Don't talk to me, talk to her.